Hi Libra, welcome to your new moon solar eclipse. It's in your sign, so it's your party. And that's for October 2nd, 2024. You certainly have something nice here for the direction that the reading is going in. New moons bring in new cycles, and this solar eclipse can last up until 6 months, but I understand that the impact of it is a good 3.5 months where you have the strongest impact of this solar eclipse. You have, for the direction that the reading is going in, is number 8, Spirit, the healing light. And the book means that this is a miraculous change, or the book says it's a miraculous change. Loving spirits are ready to bring their healing energy to you at this time. If you've had physical condition that you seek to remedy, meditate on the part of the body involved and allow spirit to bring divine light there. You can use all the tools at your disposal, traditional or metaphysical, to generate the healing that you long for. If it's a mental or emotional issue you're dealing with, call for the angels to fill your mind and heart with their healing love. The upright, this card brings a message of potential miracles in your life. Generally, right? On a general level, that's what the book is saying. I don't memorize these cards, but I do use them as a bit of a guide into the direction that the reading's going in. I think that's fine. But I would say in this case there are some, if you want to use some healing modalities, this is probably a good time if you've been unwell on any level. Whether you're getting help from spirit or not, whatever you believe. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say. In any case, we know that the direction is of healing. Okay, yeah, look at that. The first set of cards is where you find yourself at the time of the new moon, or if you are actively, consciously starting something new at this time. You can find that energy here. The second set, wow, 2 aces. This is you, what you think, how you're feeling, what you're doing. It's you. Wow, this is, that's weird. Okay. And the last set is probable outcome, probable because there are some things we can change when we have proper information, and some things we're meant to experience, always for our growth, though it may not seem like it at the time. Okay. I can see where the healing is needed here. Libra. This is a general reading, so I'm going to keep it very general. But we could be worried about something here with that 9 of Swords. This is when a thought gets away from you, and I feel like you can be quite emotional. That Ace of Cups tells me that tears are a great catharsis, and in fact you may find yourself quite teary, but it's good. Let it flow. It'd probably be a really good time to drink plenty of water, good purified water. The Ace of Cups is my spring timing card, so that can be a trajectory for you, but my feeling here is that we're just really emotional. And the Ace of Cups, especially with that 9 of Swords card, really kind of tells me that your cup is full and you need to release. And in order for anything new to come in, there has to be that release, that emotional release. And I do feel like you are supported by spirit, maybe people on the other side or your higher self, any guides, that kind of thing. I do feel that here. And I feel like you have three sword energy cards here, and that's very mental. And I do feel as a Libran, right, that's air as well, you're more in your mental state, and we kind of need to get down to our emotions a little bit here to release them. The Nine of Swords is an indication that when a thought continuously goes through your head, it's necessary to get out of your head. And so you have to do something very physical. Now, swimming would be fantastic. Or if you can find yourself some fresh water and swim there, anywhere in nature. Nature is the truth. That's where truth lies. And your body can find truth there as well. And I say that because there are things that we're believing that may or may not be true, that we're very worried about with that Nine of Swords. But the idea is to stop the loop, right? Get out of the loop. Now this can be planetary, and because, the solar eclipse is in your sign, it may affect you more profoundly. And oddly enough, this is an eclipse. So I do feel like you're very affected. Wow. There's the moon. So I do think that the moon is having a major... So what it's doing is it's bringing up subconscious stuff. It's all the subconscious when the moon comes in. Fears. And like I said, these fears may or may not be true. But the point is to not overthink it. And that's what the Nine of Swords is going to do for us. It's going to make us overthink stuff. But I would also say that you're highly intuitional, and that's why I think you have to kind of go back into the feel part of your self. You are the scales, right? So you have to balance the thought with the emotion. And when you do that, I think you can really, because you're very connected here to spirit and the healing light, I really do feel like answers can come to you. I mean, this is inspired information coming in. It's inspiration, right? And so you can find answers if you lean a little more, or at least balance out the mental with the emotional. In other words, it's not about thinking what's going to happen, but feeling it. Like, you may even want to do some, what are they called? It escapes me right now, but it's kind of like when you hold your hand out and your arm out and you make a statement and then somebody tries to push it down. Oh, I can't remember what that's called. I'm sorry. But in any case, if it's easy to push down, it's not your truth. And if it isn't, then, you stand firm in that belief. The word will come to me. I'm sorry. It may be difficult for you to talk about things as well. You may want to journal or write things down, or as they come up, maybe record them. I don't know. I feel like there's a real need to kind of purge some emotions here. And I think you have to do it in the way that it makes you feel most comfortable. And whether that's talking to somebody else or journaling it, I think it's necessary for it to come out right about now. And I think so because you have this Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords, and you're really quite done with something. 10 is the end of a situation while simultaneously beginning something new. And the Ten of Swords is the end of difficult mental situations. So that's what I mean. Like, we're at the rim here, right? Was just like, this is the card of stick a fork in me, I'm done. I can't take it anymore, right? It's just enough already, enough overthinking, enough mental anxiety, enough. And then you have that opportunity with the Ace of Swords to take a new action through clarity. New way of thinking, new action, but with a clear mind. The Suit of Swords is action, but it's also struggle, right? The sword cuts both ways. The thing is that I feel like if you're doing it through clarity and releasing some of that old stuff, it will, like, the struggle will be either lessened, and everybody goes through it, right? We all have to go through that sword experience, struggle. It's not just air, but air is prone to more of the mental part of that struggle. I think you get through it okay. And I think what happens is that you can kind of prove your own independence. This is Venus in Virgo, the Nine of Pentacles. And Virgo is very detail-oriented and grounded. Venus is not. Venus isn't. But I think Venus brings a bit of a gentle touch to the situation, because I feel like you might be a little bit harsh on yourself. And so perhaps this new action is about trusting yourself more, learning how to ground yourself, feeling more of a stronger, independent person. The Nine of Pentacles is a strong, independent woman who, through her own hard work, creates a beautiful life for herself. But it is very much an independent energy. Where romance is concerned, because we are talking about the Ace of Cups here, or it is in the mix, Venus in Virgo is about the practicalities and not the big romantic gestures, but it's more like, well, I'll help you clean the house, I'll help you do the dishes, we'll mow the lawn together, it's the practicalities that mean more with the Nine of Pentacles. But the Ace of Swords is, first of all, it's winter timing for me. So that can be a time where there's sort of a new start, a new beginning for you, or a new action that can be taken that will probably land you a bit of money. So if this is financial worries, you may accumulate more money around that time. But the Ace of Swords is my yes card. And you can be giving a yes answer to something, ending something old and giving a yes answer to something new. And that brings you, and that gives you the feeling of some control in your life. That independence. Okay? The outcome is a little bit challenging as well. You do have 3 nines. And 3 nines, 9 is completion, right? 10 is the end, well, simultaneously beginning something new. But 9 is really taking that lesson from the entire cycle and assimilating it, right? Brings it all together, puts it into a neat little package for that deeper understanding. So you have the 9 here of Wands, and that's biding your time. But we have all these experiences behind us that help us to do it in a better way. I really do feel like somebody gets bad headaches or migraines. It's kind of a feeling. I don't know if that's just somebody in particular. Or if it's headaches, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. And if you're drinking plenty of water, make sure that you're absorbing, that your body, your cells are absorbing the water. I'm not a doctor, but one way to do that is to put a pinch of sea salt in warm water in the morning. Just a pinch, not too much, and that helps your cells to absorb water. Good, clean, purified water. But head, head problems here. Maybe it can also be your spine or your neck, right? Stand up straight, watch your posture. Because I do see also a few cards where we're incorrectly or standing incorrectly, right? This is a hunch. This is a hunched shoulder. This is a walking wounded card, but it is biding your time, waiting for the right moment to act. And the Eight of Cups is walking away from something a bit with a heavy heart, and it may have been something that brought you pleasure at one time, but it's time to let it go. So, let's say it is, for example, a recreational activity that really used to bring you a lot of joy. Maybe you don't have time for it. Maybe your physical body doesn't allow it anymore. Maybe financially, something like that, or maybe you just don't have time for it. You're too inundated. This is walking away, but it's also releasing old emotional baggage, and that's exactly what's going on here. And then we're kind of like waiting for the shift, waiting for the change. There's a feeling of sort of like holding your breath and waiting to exhale, waiting for something to happen, waiting for that big change. You have a Queen of Wands here. This is associated with a Leo. It's a good person, in my opinion. They can have some vanity, but for the most part, this is magical energy. Leo is very solar, and she is a female. So the solar energy is very yang energy. The lunar energy or the yin energy is because she's female, so she's has that really nice balance, and that's very magical. That's why they put a black cat there. There's a magic to her. So she can have very creative ideas with the ability and the energy to carry them out. This can be a healer of some sort, but they're also very good friends. I think they usually have very good humor. They're a warm personality. People want to be around them. They're very attractive people. And this person, I think, is going to be quite significant for you. There's a significance here. And perhaps this is a friend who helps you. This may be somebody that you can be walking away from as well. But we do have healing light here. So whether they're here on this planet or in spirit, they can be helping. But it is also maybe somebody you're biding your time. Maybe it's somebody you're walking away from on an emotional level, because we are talking about emotions here as well. Maybe it's somebody who's actually helping to heal you, because Leo is the healer. Maybe it's a mother. You have Mother Mary. Mother Mary and the unicorns are blessing you. When I get this card, there is a significant female in my life that is it is being helpful. So I do feel like this person is more on the helping level here, on a healing, very possible healing level. Or could be helping you through some of that difficulty. It might just be a good shoulder to cry on. Okay? It might be somebody in authority, or who has authority. Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Until then, take very good care. Bye for now.